As an ancient Greek philosopher, Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and one mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." But when we are called upon to speak, how do we ensure that our voice truly matters? How do we communicate with confidence, clarity, and impact? In the whirlwind of words and ideas, today's guest on Let's Talk podcast stands as a beacon, a man who dedicated his life helping others find their voice, hone their message, and speak without fear. A passionate educator, innovative coach, successful business leader, respected academic, Matt Abrahams. In the halls of Stanford, he lectures on organization behavior in the world of publishing. He's the author of an empowering book, Speaking Up Without Freaking Out. And recently, it's available for pre order. Think Faster, Talk Smarter. One of the Matt's core philosophies, which I have learned from his mother, is to tell the time, not build the clock. And this speaks volume about the gift of making the complex simple, a skill that undoubtedly contributed to his being awarded like some of these awards like Rising Stars, Circle of Excellence, so on and so forth. And because of this relentless curiosity and willingness to ask questions, his commitment to his mission are reflected in his podcast, Think Fast, Talk Smart, and in his curation of his website, nofreakingspeaking.com. So as we dive today's conversation, remember, public speaking is not about perfection. It's about connection. And who else better than Matt Abrahams would kind of give us some perspectives?
So I love that you're applying that in your own life.
Definitely. So let's get started. You've been a student of psychology and then you get into communication. We have seen a lot of guests having totally unrelated, I would say, background and then get into something which really resonates them. So, how exactly psychology moves to communication? Was it an accident or that was a full, I would say, a premeditated move from your part?
My entire academic career has been just by following my passions and then discovering that there were actually fields that studied this. So there are many, many things we can work on. If you said I had to pick three, they would be, and in this order, they would first build confidence. There are things we can do to help us manage the anxiety and the lack of confidence we can often feel in high stakes communication situations. So that's number one. Number two is focus on your audience, understand them, create content that resonates and is salient for your audience. And then three, as we mentioned, or I mentioned slightly earlier, this notion of structure, having a structure to package up what it is you say and actually to help you think more clearly about your contents.
That's great. Do you feel, I would say, feel anxiety or you are totally above that now?
I don't think anybody ever truly can be above anxiety. I have certainly over the years learned to manage my anxiety much better than I did when I was younger. I was a fearful speaker very early in my life and learned through techniques and through research I did and books I've written, conversations I've had to be much less nervous. I'll tell you, every year there's one circumstance that will always get me nervous. There is a gathering of
Unpack Matt's journey and tips.
people who teach
Check the
communication
podcast after
skills
this
at
clip.
business schools